that are around those front ones. Yeah, because it two things. One, though it sounds weird, but like I go and check those ones because there's the upper ferns in them. None of them really seem to grow straight up and down, so they don't really hold the water as well as the other ones. But the other thing is like it's not in a place where you like walk, so I don't really worry about them like cutting people up. Whereas there used to be like if you walked around like on the paths, you would get cut up because they were overgrowing it. And so I basically yanked everything that was close to
and that's
being able to tear up a little kid.
Basically, you're saying no pool. Already took care of that.
It's it was done way more inside of the house. Last year it was like we still had boxes. Why? But you this year I'm gonna fix the inside of the house, and then next year
they've been here
fixing the outside. I'm like, okay, well I at least like to put trees on the 3 trees. The best place for all of this stuff is at home. That place is like because there's like, oh, you want to have
so this is
like literally
the other one.
Yeah, so like, there's a whole row that's
but it's we're
so like it's good for her because
So
she can get despite being in like fashion, if there's too many different possibilities, she can get like overwhelmed. So it's like she picks a theme. Like
no,
okay,
the post
maybe
office
it's gonna be
will do that.
okay. And then it's like, okay, we'll go down the red aisles and then call it a day. But that place because it like
So
and everything's like very reasonable, right?
For the other one.
I think each one of those reasons like 10 bucks.
Why is the same?
Yeah.
because there's
Yeah. No, it's like better prices. No, it's like better prices than
Why? Okay, so this is
11933.
Which is probably what it's.
Like we get
And this
I think per 12 bulbs is like $6, whatever. Having a partner.
they use that.
So this actually is 3.3.
No,
So
This is 3.5.
It's 3.5, but
on their app.
here you go.
That's
you-
Ed. Hi, you just came in here. Are you on the agenda tonight? The name, please, or the address? 5T5 Northeast. Okay, McGee, okay. Yeah, got you down. Sir, you just came in here. Are you on the name?
you're more
the address?
important than me anyways, so I'm fine with that. And what's this?
192.
You're cheating on the
Irving
usual
Boulevard?
brands.
Okay.
The new side piece.
I think there's
Normally it's LaCroix or like the one other.
we already have you checked
bubbly or
in.
Bubbly.
There's somebody else in the audience? This one here, 11925 Griffin Boulevard. Somebody's here for you. Somebody checked in for you. Oh, sorry. Okay, never mind. E60. All right, everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay, make sure your microphone's on, please. All right, good evening, everyone. This is the Planning and Design Review Board for the Village of Biscayne Park. It is Monday, December 18th, 2023. It is now 6:35. Do the roll call, Edward Leyva.
Here.
Scarlett Hammonds.
Here.
David Gruen.
Here.
Gage Hartung is here, as well as Raphael and Linda from the building department. For the village. We have minutes we'll come back to, but we're gonna go with the residents that are here. We're gonna go in order of the agenda, not by the time that you arrived. So the first one would be 5A, old business, 835 Northeast 120th Street. DSW 23, that's in the code, 800 Home Realty LLC, Gamma Products Worldwide. Okay, if you can just go up to them, this is for a new driveway. Second to look it up.
This is one where the, used to be all parking in the approach between the two drives, right? That you eliminated that section.
Correct, yes.
So this is the one that we were concerned that it was so right up to, or if not more than the 50% or 40%. So the new calculations are 39 and 34. And the drawing, is there a new drawing?
Yeah, in the back, there's new documents uploaded 11/26. Page 13.
I see. You took out that little section.
Correct, between the, on the left side.
Any questions on the board?
Motion to approve.
David Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, you're good, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next would be, 6E, 951 Northeast 116th Street, Giselle Papati, Papep? I'm sorry, I'm really bad at my names. Yeah, 951 Northeast 116th Street. Right, this is for new construction, bath and closet, also alteration, renovation, existing bath, kitchen, finishes.
Are you changing a deck on the outside as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
There's an existing deck, yes.
But the addition to the house is just on one side.
That is correct. It's just one second.
I guess you're doing all new windows too for the whole house?
Not all the windows, no.
Just some.
That deck is 28 inches high.
It's to match basically the existing. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like 4 steps, each one 7 inches.
Yes.
So the addition is on the right-hand side, so you'll still have your 10-foot setback.
That is correct.
It's
Yes.
like you're tying into the roof,
Yes,
the current roof line,
yes.
so there won't be any change with the with the roof.
No, it's supposed to be like once the addition goes in, so that you could see a seamless roof, just the
And
reason.
then what is the roofing material currently? And
Concrete,
and will it be all the same?
concrete tile, and we're gonna match it.
Okay. You're gonna fill in that one part.
Yes,
Okay, so when you do your roof permit, you'll have to bring in a sample of the existing tile and the new tile. This is a master permit, so you'll have to do a sub permit for the roof.
Mhm.
But we'll need to see both of them to make sure that they do match when it comes that time for that.
Okay.
They're gonna have to do a different permit for the deck, it's not like that's on the first page.
Usually we don't, I mean, if that's part of the building permit, I think you'd be all right. It's usually the, driveway, roof, windows. I don't know if we're gonna need a separate deck permit per se, if the master permit would cover that.
Just because it,
Any thoughts on that?
it's
Ed?
pretty specific on the rooms and parks that it references, but it doesn't mention that, so.
I'm sorry, and are we getting all new windows?
That's what I
no,
asked.
no. There's
Sorry, I know you asked, I didn't hear that. But again, whatever new windows will have to match the existing windows. when
That
you
is
come in for
correct.
the window permit.
Yeah, the idea is to match the existing style.
So just be aware that once you get approved here for the overall master, you would come back for a sub permit for the roofing and a sub permit for the windows. I think that's it for what you're doing, but.
Motion to approve?
Okay, David Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next will be 6I, 1102 Northeast on 19th Street, Jonathan Gonzalez, concrete driveway.
What is the big green square?
That's, those hedges already existing.
Calculations are 21 and 11.
What are you doing for like the spaces in between the blocks?
On those spaces, I'm deciding between synthetic grass or rock, small rock.
If he goes with rock, then you need to have
Code,
concrete barrier around the edges of all of the different rocks.
No,
So there's a loophole.
yeah. Are you the one that's right at the end of, what is that, 11th
what,
court?
so when you come in 11 court,
Right.
that's the end.
You have
road.
like a hedge in front?
Yes,
Is that what that green square is? I'm sorry, I didn't.
yeah, that's what it is.
Sorry. I always feel for you when I down that street. I'm like, that poor person has the headlights right into your house.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, motion to approve.
David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Hi.
Good, thank you.
Thank you
Just
very
a
much. Good night.
What, just a motion, I should have done this at the beginning. We're deleting, 6L and 7B from the agenda. They were asked to be removed. So go ahead and strike that. 6L and 7B. And then also, you're good, sir, thank you. And, 6S, 11935 Northeast Fifth Avenue is being moved to 7D as, for discussion. It's not an agenda item. All right, so we'll get back up to the agenda. 6, J 1114 Northeast 117th Street, Camacho, Bravo. Did I sign this off on? How you doing tonight, sir?
Calculations. You have to do those, but- Impervious and impervious.
No, I think he's assuming that since it's gravel,
Yeah.
that it's all pervious, which is not really the intent of the,
So he's,
which technically it's pervious, but not what the code referred to.
so it's just in that little red area, right? It's like, there's like a red
Yeah.
square?
Correct.
Okay, are you the contractor or the resident?
The president.
Okay, so there's no detail as far as this is gravel, right? There's no details as far as the borders of gravel?
I think I selected on the second page where you got the pictures.
Yeah, so basically he's using like the stock driveway details that we hand out, and he highlighted the detail with the
Yeah.
border.
Are we okay with that? I mean, should it not be kind of more detailed on the drawing where?
The concern is that if we don't see it, I mean, obviously it looks like the drawing probably you did, right? You drew a
Right.
red square. we don't see the borders, and then sometimes you hand that red drawing to a contractor and then he just puts gravel and leaves, right? And then the borders don't get installed. So we know you picked the stock detail, but we like to see the actual plan kind of illustrate the borders.
Oh, okay,
The
didn't
risk
know that.
doesn't get installed and
Because then all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, it just had, we said where the gravel's going and it kind of gets lost in translation. And then we end up with something on the other end where now we're telling you, you have to put in the borders, you know? So if I, you know, I would be more comfortable with having the stock border, you know, the 4-inch gravel, 4-inch deep, border, 16, 8, all those things are the on the actual drawing. You know, which can be noted and resubmitted. If the board's okay with that, we can still move it forward, but we'd want to see that documentation prior. If the
You mean
board
the
agrees.
drawing?
yeah, update your drawing to show that you have a 16-inch border at the street
Okay,
and at least a 4-inch border everywhere else. The other thing that you don't have any dimensions, so there's a setback from the side property line of 30 inches minimum. It's not on this drawing. Again, you give it to your contractor and then he puts the driveway 2 feet from the property line instead of 30 inches, and then you're out of compliance and then you have to demo it and start over. So just better for you and for us that you dimension setback from the side and the overall dimensions of the driveway and illustrate that there's gonna be the borders.
And
Okay.
what is the gravel?
Yeah.
What kind of gravel, what size, you know, what color?
oh, I haven't decided that, so should I mention that on the drawing too?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's something the code does ask is what type of gravel it is. You know,
Okay.
You know, it can't be, limestone, it's gotta be actual gravel or pebbles.
Yeah, ideally if you can submit a photo of the gravel or sample.
Okay, sure.
The dimensions are on your application, so it's 23 wide by 43 long. That's somewhere on the application, but it's best if it's put on the drawing.
So because it is on the application, I think we should move it forward.
Yep.
But,
I want to know what he was thinking about doing for the border, as far as what materials.
There's like a metal, I've seen one that is plastic and one that is metal. So we're planning to put that on the borders and then, you know, fill it up with the gravel.
But that's not what the code calls for. The code calls for like a 4-inch deep, you know, 8-inch wide piece of like pavers or concrete or something like that. Not just a piece of metal.
Okay.
Because what
so
you're
it has to be-
describing is like,
You're describing just like a piece of like landscaping.
yeah, that's usually used for landscaping if you have rocks around a tree and to separate the rock from the sod, right? For the driveway border, because you're gonna have a car that's constantly putting outward pressure on that gravel, those little plastic or metal dividers
So it has to be concrete?
has to be concrete or
Okay.
pavers or something that's
Something
solid.
that's can be mudded into the ground so that it's, you know, there's a not gonna move basically.
All right.
All the more reason why we like the drawing to show it, because you would have put in a metal strip and then code would have given you a hard time afterwards.
And you would have actually been not compliant with your application that you actually were asking for. So.
Yeah, because the one that you highlighted, part D of it says 16-inch wide parallel to the road. That's what he was saying at the beginning, like the fattest strip where you come off the road into it. And then 8 inches wide are on the three remaining edges. But, yeah, as long as,
So with that-
yeah,
With that, I think maybe we should table it.
Yeah.
okay.
For more information and more clarity and just maybe think about what you want to do and note it. And then also give us an example of what the gravel is going to be, like what color, what size, you know, shale, slate, gravel.
Sure.
pebbles, you know, so,
Motion to table.
Pending updated drawing and gravel.
David, Ed, all in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, so we're gonna table it for more information, so if you can just work on those items, update the drawings, the type of gravel, determine what type of border you want to put in, mark it on the drawing, and resubmit it, we can get you on the agenda for the next meeting.
Okay.
Bring you back, but for now, we just feel that there's not enough information really on the application.
So I just gotta submit that page, right?
I'm sorry, one more time?
I just gotta submit that page with that information of the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And a picture of the gravel.
Okay.
color and what type of gravel you want.
All right.
And you don't, if you do a good job of submitting that stuff, you don't have to come to the next meeting if it's clearly marked out, like 16 inch, 30 inches from the side. It's this long.
It's a pretty standard driveway, yeah, so.
All right.
Yeah, as much as we'd like to see it, but you know. you don't have to. All right, we're good.
Alright.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, next would be 6K 10932 Griffin Boulevard, Christian Forsyth, addition remodeled rooms, pool.
Yes.
Hello?
Howdy.
And just one quick thing, we had submitted in September just for discussion, and paid for just a quick question we had about the existing structure on our property that is a boathouse and the process of getting a variance to be able to fix it. So I don't know if we have to just get on the next meeting for that, but we brought the
I
plans.
do remember seeing something about a boathouse. Did you not make it to the meeting or something, or?
We never got a notification we were on the agenda. Basically, it was designed by Robert Carl Fries, and so it does have historical significance, but it is right on the water line, so we just don't know if we should even get plans done before we find out if we need a variance.
So what are we talking about? We'll come back to the boathouse.
Okay, yeah, no, I didn't want to forget about it.
And this is the same property, right?
Yes,
Correct.
yes.
Okay,
And we were here in the spring.
we're not talking about the boathouse. Okay,
No.
let's talk about these. So you're putting an addition on the back.
Yes,
You don't have a full set of plans, right? We just have what's here, right?
correct. I mean, you have the full set of plans.
mean,
We don't have.
We have it up, but it's not a printed set, okay.
Yeah.
Setbacks, you're fine if you're still maintaining your 10-foot side. I mean, you have plenty of space on this lot. I mean, lot coverage.
They're more than fine on. property. I think it goes to thirty.
1 story, 3,400. So as far as the roof lines, is the new structure, is the existing structure gonna have a new roof?
No, we're gonna raise the roof on the garage and match it to the existing, so it's seamless across the front.
Okay.
And then the new addition has a slightly higher roof line that's in the drawings. But it's not like a mullet like some of the other houses we're seeing.
Okay.
I like the way that you kind of like angled the master bedroom and that back porch. But if you don't mind me asking, why did you guys, is it sun setting or sun?
It's just to give that master the best view of the water and kind of just not have it straight onto the school, but just kind of give us some view of the property as well. Since we have Miami Country Day in our backyard.
We were concerned about how much an angle, because if you look at where the dining room's gonna be, we didn't want to cut off our view from the dining room.
So
Just enough, just to give it a little.
I think the original plans you guys saw had more of an angle. It was
was
like a
20.
20%.
Yeah, we did see this before, right? Cause
Yeah.
I remember this
Yeah.
little angle. in the back,
And, but
yeah.
we tailored it a little bit because we were like, someone's in the dining room. We don't want them looking in the room.
Like,
Any thoughts, any comments, emotions? I think we're, lot coverage, we're fine, roofing, we're talked about, windows, we'll have to just match at the time.
Yep.
To make sure they're all matched. Roof tile. If there's any other questions on the new proposal? Whatever.
Motion to
Take
approve.
Any more questions? If not, we'll take a motion to approve.
Second.
David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Motion carries. All right, so we're approved on this one.
Okay.
So regarding the boat
Mhm.
house, what is the condition of the boathouse?
It needs to be restored. It's
Like,
not in
like,
great.
is it falling into the water kind of thing?
Not falling, no, not falling into the water, but the roof needs to be repaired and it needs.
Because
repair.
I mean, is it more than 50% dilapidated or falling apart?
No.
Okay, because it's basically illegal non-conforming right now.
Okay,
I mean, if somebody came in and wanted to build it back there, we would probably say no.
okay,
But since you have it, it's in place. You can't expand it, but you
Okay.
can you can restore it.
okay,
You know, change the roof, new windows, you know, clean it up. But as long as you're not improving it or demolishing it more than 50%,
No.
it can stay the way it is.
Okay.
Am I correct on that?
What about the water management?
So that's the thing is they were going to change it. You would have to go through the entire South Florida Water Management because it's technically in their easement.
Right.
So they would not let you build that,
Right.
you know, again.
Right.
So best practice would be come in for a permit to restore it and not alter it.
okay.
Yeah.
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 Hmm,
They,
Perfect.
they would like to see it out of the way because it's a flood zone and that, you know, they just say it's gonna flood basically, but yeah, that would be, I advise on that. For a permit.
Okay, thank you.
And it's an accessory structure, so again, it's, you know, boathouse, den, study, workshop kind of thing. Not a separate apartment or separate house or anything like
No,
that.
yeah. Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Pool permit. Oh, just for quickly, you will come in for the pool on this, right? Okay, all right. It's a separate permit. All right, next will be 11328 Northeast Seventh Avenue, Max Lorbert. Close.
Hi.
Give us a second. For a new pool.
Variance situation.
Yeah. 11328 Northeast Seventh. So
You're with,
that's-
you're
that's literally
the
right.
pool company, right?
Yes, and the pool
here.
contractor, yeah.
11328 Northeast Seventh. Okay, so that's at the bend, basically, right? No, it's right here. On the corner. So you have two fronts. You have a side front and then you have the other front which faces.
Be clear, it's the pool, not the owner.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
pool contractor.
Is the pool, they're proposing the pool on the Seventh Avenue side, right?
No, on the back of the house.
It's shown on the side of the house facing the street.
You want here, I'll show you what it's doing, and you tell us if it's well right there. Okay.
The drawing doesn't have a title block, so I don't know who made the drawing.
Yeah, so this is where the road is, so.
Oh,
the back of
is there a
the
variance?
house will
Doesn't say
be
that.
over here.
Yeah.
So is this where it's supposed to be, or it's supposed to be over?
No, there.
Okay, okay.
hold on a second. What did we? Are you applying for a variance already on this?
Yes, this is the second meeting.
So was this application rejected previously? And now you're here requesting the variance for this?
Yes, exactly.
Checking.
Okay, yeah. no problem.
Do you understand what he just said? Because it's between the house and the street, there's no, according to our code right now, you can't put a pool there.
No,
So So, yeah, has this been rejected by the board before? Okay. All right, so you're not allowed to put a pool in the side front of a corner lot, okay?
Okay.
You can ask for a variance to
Mm-hmm.
do it because there's many people that have issues with that situation. Hold on, he came in here and talked to us before, didn't he? 'Cause remember, we had the same conversation. We're like, why do you have all this space over here on the left-hand side?
Yeah, there's a lot of space.
And we were like, this is not an automatic. And I think he was like, well, we put the addition on and we have a septic tank over here.
They have, yeah, he have a septic tank and that is space.
But they have 32 feet between the side of the house and the other property line. He didn't come for a discussion item in the last meeting or something? Wasn't at the last meeting. That's something super. Huh? We don't have the variance application with us. This is not the one that. But we never discussed this as a discussion item. Well, I mean, we can only vote on what we have here, which is what's in front of us. So we have to vote no on this because of the location of it. They did not put on the agenda a variance application, so we can't vote on that right now because it wasn't published. So we can only vote on what we have. So for now, the pool, as they're applying for it, we need a motion to deny.
Was it rejected in the past? We do.
No, it's never been, he said it's never been before us, but it sounds so familiar.
Yeah, and
Yeah, they,
she's under the impression it has been rejected by us.
yes, yes. And they told me this is the variance.
Yeah.
This.
They being the homeowner or the building department? Who told you?
No, I mean, yeah, my company, yeah.
Your company.
Yeah, my company. They say, yeah, my coworker, I think was like last month and they rejected and now they say, this is the second time in here for the variance.
So there has to actually be an application submitted for the variance. I think that's what we're missing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a form and you pay fees and describe why it's justified. There's certain criteria that need to be met and
Okay.
we don't have any of that. We just have a plan, like a building permit kind of
Mhm.
plan in front of us. So
They sent me this application. I don't know if he.
No, I believe you. I know. I'm just saying,
It's the 4-point variance form, yeah. So-
yeah, but you haven't submitted it to the village.
no, they submitted it, but it
Oh,
just never made it to us.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
not on our agenda.
Yeah, no, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
You have the variance application there. But we don't have it. It's not published, so we can't really
Oh.
consider. it.
Problem is that all of this, because it's public, has to be published in advance of our hearing so that if someone wants to come and object to your they have to give a notice, and I guess that didn't happen. So we can't vote on the variance tonight for that reason. So it'll get pushed to the next agenda, I presume.
Yes.
It sounds like they do have it. It just didn't get published on the agenda for some reason, but it sounds like they have the variance application paperwork.
For the next meeting? It would be, somebody.
Oh, yeah, somebody should come
For a variance.
for the homeowner, frankly, but. Yeah, so it sounds like, good question. With the holidays, I'm not sure.
Hold on. Can you turn your microphone? But he was on the agenda for the meeting that was canceled earlier.
Yes, so the comment As of December the 6th, I was on the agenda for this past Monday until it was canceled. I will be traveling for work on the scheduled date. What do you suggest? Should we send the pool contractor? This is the comment that came from,
Real quickly, this,
Yeah.
for the original application was in October. And this is the first time we've seen it.
variance, we haven't seen it.
No, I'm not talking about the variance. I'm talking about the original pool application. When did we look at it before and have we looked at it?
That I think in October is what he's saying. So we rejected it once. They were gonna be on the agenda for the one that got canceled 2 weeks ago. When it got
1
canceled,
second.
the homeowner wrote and said, I won't be in town. Should I send the pool contractor? It sounds like they didn't get an answer. So they sent the pool contractor.
But what I was told earlier was that we never have looked at this previously.
The variance has never been.
Not the variance.
Not the variance, the original.
Pool application.
Pool, yeah. So let me see.
You don't know what date by any chance, do you? The original application? Let's see.
Nope. It's not, it's not kind of.
328?
So according to Raphael,
Yeah,
we've never looked at this previously.
They were on the agenda for the past,
2 weeks ago.
or 2 weeks ago, they get canceled, correct?
But that's the pool and or the variance. Neither, not, we've,
Correct.
correct, okay. So I have a motion, I have a second to deny. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we're denying this, but you're gonna have to come back in 2 weeks for the variance. We have to have that published.
Also, who motioned it? Second.
Oh, I thought you motioned it.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, sorry.
No one motioned it and no one seconded it.
I get a motion in a second. I thought we had already done that.
Motion to deny.
I'll second it.
David Ed.
Technicality, we didn't see it. It got rejected tonight. So the next hearing, it'll be a variance request. Okay.
Okay, so they,
Which is what's the date of the next hearing? So we can tell her? What is the date of our next?
December,
Yeah, we don't, we
Tenth.
don't know that yet either.
it would be January 8th.
but
And-
the owner will be notified about the day and. yes, or-
I don't know if she'll get the notification. I assume that it got rejected through OpenGov. I don't know that she'll get an official notification about the next hearing date, but
But it's submitted. The only thing is they didn't publish. Yes, yes.
It wasn't.
sounds like there's a little more to it than that, but sounds like we never saw it the first time.
Yeah, we never,
No, but the first time, I mean, I can look it out what the day was, because I know a coworker was here with the owner. And this,
Yeah, it seems
this
kind of
thing.
impressive.
it does sound
to
familiar.
Fill out a
Yeah,
variance
they-
correctly.
so we submitted the variance.
Yeah.
There is one here.
100% the conversation. That unless
there's no-
all four of us are crazy, which is also possible and probable.
Well, either case, it wasn't published as a variance. We can't hear it. We voted to deny it tonight, so now it's teed up for a variance. So next time. Just can make sure it's on the agenda next time.
Okay, so we'll make sure it's on the agenda, or Raphael will.
Sorry for the
we'll make sure. Thank you. All right, we'll see you in 2 weeks. All right, next will be 6P 11370 Northeast Eighth Avenue, Marino. This is new septic tank slab and deck. Yeah. What are they here for? The slab and deck? You said the pool is out. Slab and deck, okay.
The last hearing, November 6th was the first hearing. Okay, well, next hearing, sorry for that.
Yeah, and actually, I'm sorry. It was a variance question. It was something that we actually added as a walk-on. I'm looking at the agenda.
Yeah, because
Oh.
it's not
It was a walk-on that we addressed, so there was, you actually did not apply, it was a question regarding it. So we must have told you to apply for the pool and the variance at the same time.
Yeah.
The problem is that they didn't put that on our agenda.
So the homeowner came, they weren't officially on the agenda that night. They just came to talk to us. And we explained what the rules were and all that. So it never formally got submitted, rejected, and now ready for variance. Okay. Either way, Siri, so it's the short
Thank you.
summary.
All right, sir, I'm sorry.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Just give us a second, we're just looking.
Did I hear that we're not looking at the pool? Is that right?
Yeah, we're just,
Pool's under a separate thing.
I think
and
the
it-
pool has already been approved, correct?
In the drawings too, it says pool under separate.
So this is the deck that's between the pool and the house? Is that what-
That's right. There's a deck between the pool and the house, yeah.
And the pool's like kind of elevated out of the ground level.
That's right. It actually meets the height of the house.
I think this is the one that we had some issues. We weren't sure about the setback of the pool at some point, so it looks like it was cleared up. But that's already been addressed. It's just the pool, the deck, the patio, and the lot coverage is still, you know, more, you're less than 50%. Which is the main thing. Okay, any questions?
Motion to approve. Second.
Okay. Was that, David? The other way.
Yes.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Sorry, guys.
Gage has been on holiday break.
I know, it's been, we've had too much break between our time. Next, you're good, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So what's your resolution? Sorry, I didn't.
No, we approved your plan, your permit application. It's just a matter of now it's gotta go through different trades, right?
So we got a little pool, deck, and septic, all three?
Septic is not us. We're the deck and your pool has already been approved. So you're good on those two.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. All right. 6Q, 11925 Griffin Boulevard, map permit. Eric Allen. New shingle roof.
Yeah. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good, thank you. Just give it, it's gonna.
Yeah.
This is. First page says legalization of existing flat.
There's two applications.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys remember me that I came, yeah,
Last time, yeah.
yeah.
We approved the roof last time. which was-
So I submitted
Remind me
three
again?
separate permits, yeah. The last one was the tile, the new tile and the new flat roof. That was approved. And then what we talked about was that the shingle one had to be turned into a flat because of the pitch.
Yes,
So I submitted that paperwork and I checked with Dina this morning. She said everything was in, so.
okay.
But your application is for a shingle roof.
Yeah, because it was originally for shingle and then I came here and then you guys told me, because it's for some apparent reason, I submitted all three applications and I only got one for one day
Yeah.
and then two for the December 4th meeting. They got moved to this one.
So you're not doing shingle?
No,
It would
we're
get
gonna do a
rejected if
flat
you were
roof.
doing shingle.
Yeah,
Yeah. The application reads like you're asking.
yeah,
Or a shed, yeah, with pictures and color and everything like that.
They put on all their armor.
Huh?
So.
I switched it out and I put in the, like, I had to reopen the task for me because I had tried to submit it as an attachment and it wasn't letting me. So I told her to remove the existing one for the shingle and to put in the new flat roof, right? So that should be in. You should have that.
Yeah, So you've got two applications here. One just asked for a shingle roof,
Mhm.
and the other one is the after the fact legalization of the other flat roof, which I assume are the porches. or
Yes,
whatever.
yeah.
That's
Those were existing.
That's clear enough, but the first one still just shows us a shingle.
It's not coming up like the other documents. Yeah, I submitted it, yeah. And I got the email verifying that it was submitted. The same thing happened this morning with another one. He came by and they told him they didn't have it and it was there 30 minutes later.
Yeah, I mean, Raphael can check what's been uploaded.
Yeah.
I mean, that permit, I mean, it looks like a shingle roof permit, not a flat roof material.
Yeah, so what she's saying is she originally submitted a shingle roof. She learned at the last hearing she was here that wouldn't get approved. So she uploaded basically replacement docs that
Mhm.
show, I guess, TPO or modified built up or.
Modified built up.
But we're not seeing that.
We're not
so-
seeing that at all. We're just showing shingle.
So what?
So what is permit number? 0199? What is the last documents that have been uploaded for that?
What is that? So your master permit?
6Q
Oh, okay.
1099, permit PB
They're
22.
checking to see if he can. find it.
0199.
It's gonna be the 57 or 58.
There's 56, 57, 58. 57 is the one that was for shingle and then 58 was the as-built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
56 is for
Yeah,
the-
because I remember the order that I submitted in.
Check.
So she's saying that they're not installing shingle, they're installing a flat roof material.
Mhm.
Okay. All the product approval that we have under that permit number is for shingle. There's nothing in there about the flat roof material.
What, do you know when you uploaded it? Cause it sounds like.
December 12th. Yeah,
Is that the permit that's set that has for everything?
Yes, yeah, that I'm struggling.
So this is what we're talking about, right?
It's for the outbuilding.
Accessory set.
Accessory building, which should be on the A1. We're gonna be for two.
Okay, so this is what we approved last time?
so no, this is the existing, roof,
Okay,
right?
and that's,
You guys approved this and these two right here.
okay,
Because the outbuilding, we did a separate sub-permit application, so if you wanna see the. detail-
yeah, I remember this, this is what, remember you, this wasn't on your permits originally,
Yep.
we came in, it's got a sloped roof on it.
Yeah.
Yep. that's
So we're just looking to do a flat roof material on this roof here.
Yeah.
correct. Yes.
Okay, and then and it's over here too?
No, so these are the existing,
So I have two permits on the agenda tonight. Point to them. Where are
okay,
they?
so 56.
That's the first one. Okay,
I'm sorry, 57 is this one.
Okay.
Versus.
Then we're gonna have the legalization here.
Mhm. And this existing flat roof.
and that is what? This one here?
Yeah.
Correct.
So tonight we're voting on these two things and they both are gonna have flat roof materials.
All right, black flat and one full flat.
Okay. Okay. All right, so it looks like 6Q is for the accessory structure in the rear, and it's gonna have a flat roof material on it, even though in the computer it's showing shingles, we're doing flat roof material. So we gotta make sure that correct material is uploaded to that, okay? Everybody good on that?
Motion to approve flat roof material.
On, okay. Ed and, David and Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so that one's approved. Now it's R 11925 Griffin Boulevard. This is, they're legalizing the existing flat roof that's on the back of the house. Which they actually have the product approval that we need on 6Q is on 6R.
It's
So
the
that same
exact
product of-
material,
You're doing a monthly bill.
exact same
It's the
thing.
exact same material. So I have a motion on that one.
To approve.
David, Ed, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Good. All right, so we're good.
Okay.
Like we got it. So you just have to make sure that the material, the flat roof material is uploaded to the other,
The shingle one.
the shingle roof one. Yes,
Got it.
exactly.
Okay.
All right, we good on that, Raphael?
Maybe if you just upload it again.
Yeah, it could have been a glitch.
Change the name, no? Or if you can change
Yes,
the-
we've already approved one.
You can add
Was,
comments.
I think the last time she was
Yeah,
here,
probation.
we approved that.
You can add comments.
Now, these are two flat roofs that needed to have material, roof
Attachments
permits
and
on, so we just approved those.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Is there a way that I can submit the corrections in person or it has to be online?
Online.
Okay,
through Open Doc.
all right, so that's it?
That's it. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Have a good night.
No. All right, so we moved 6S to 7D. So we do have 6A. We'll go ahead and, since we gotta go in order. 7A, discussion 525 Northeast 119th Street. Maggie, for driveway. You have a question?
So basically, our question is, we did receive a citation for the driveway.
Mhm.
Our house is built in 1919, 104 years old. The driveway is probably original. It's a ribbon driveway. But at one time, there probably was asphalt from the driveway to the street in the approach. I believe the city years and years ago filled it in with dirt. It was deteriorated, but that's how it's always been. Yeah, that's because at one time, it's true. We had sidewalks, which most of Biscayne Park and all of it doesn't. There was a sidewalk. So they filled it in with dirt when they removed the sidewalk in our swale.
Okay.
So with all that being said, keeping in mind the age of the home, the style of the home, we don't want to put a driveway in that aesthetically does not match our home. You know, it would be a shame to just put some type of weird slab there to suffice no grass parking, which I understand. But then again, you know, it's an old house with character. It's a Spanish Mediterranean home. You cannot modernize that.
I mean, do you have the ribbon driveway?
It's still there, yeah.
And they're
yeah.
concrete?
Yes, they are.
They just don't have an approach. They do-
So it's really, the issue is the approach. It's I mean, as long as your cars are parked on an approved parking surface, which is
Okay.
concrete, which
Okay.
it can be a ribbon,
Okay,
you can maintain the ribbon and keep it. You don't have to replace it.
okay,
Main thing would be having the ribbon attached to the street.
okay,
So you could literally, just do a concrete approach all the way, the width of the ribbon.
the ribbon,
Or you
okay,
could literally bring the ribbons all the way out to the
straight
street.
down,
and
okay.
Just do a little flare or something, so you're not driving across dirt when you pull in.
Just make it
Yeah.
match.
So it looks like you just have to attach the ribbons to the street.
Okay, I mean, that's why we're here, because we want to make sure before we do anything, 100%
Yeah.
of what is clear and what is acceptable, because we don't want to go through the process and go, oh, no, that's not what we meant, you know, so that's why we're here in front of you to discuss and make sure 100% what's approved.
Perfect, yeah. And, I mean, as long as the ribbons are maintained and they're fine.
Yeah, the one thing I would say is from looking at Google Street View, and I have no idea how old this picture is, but the ribbons that are past the front of the house, there's like a black Honda Accord that's parked on part of it, but basically past that kind of
The arch?
opening,
Yeah.
that they look like pretty beat up, so maybe something to do. I don't know if that would be.
Well, no one's parking back there. beyond the arch.
No,
Oh, in
saying
front
Oh, in
of,
the
in
front
front
of
of
the-
the arch?
yeah.
If the
Gotcha.
thing is if what, if you make something that just basically covers that approximately 8 to 10 feet.
The approach.
The road to there.
Yeah.
They may look at it and say, hey, what's behind it is broken down enough that you really should run it, and you wouldn't need to run it through the arch, but just from the road, run those two ribbons all the way to the beginning part of the arch, and then you won't have any issue. But we have lots of people that are getting their driveways redone in the exact same shape, footprint, style as what they were previously. but
original.
They're just super beat up and
I mean, they do look like it's pretty broken up.
yeah.
According to.
That's- that-
They're old.
Nineteen-
They're old. There's no denying. Yeah.
So what I would say is anticipate or kind of get quotes for running the ribbons from the arch from that point all the way to the front, not just the 8 feet that's currently.
Not just the approach. Okay. And so another thing is, we were supposed to be in compliance by November 30th. And then I came and spoke to Mr. Gutierrez twice, and he suggested that we come in front of you guys for a discussion, which is where we are now. And then the new extension was to December 30th, but we all know that's not going to happen with the holidays. And plus our contractor doesn't have time to squeeze us in the next 2 weeks. So we're going to need to have another extension in order to comply.
Okay, I mean, the fact that you came here, I would imagine should apply.
Yeah, and also getting an application in should be pretty straightforward, right? So you can always have an application in the system, so if code were to bother you, say, hey, I'm getting on the
We're in the
agenda.
we're in the
Jay, put
process.
in An application already, right? So that's,
Okay, so do I do that or do I have our contractor to put in the application?
Either of you can do it, it may be easier and quicker for you to do it, but.
Okay. Okay, all right.
Apply for a new driveway and do it, get your survey out and draw it on there and just say, new concrete, blah, blah, blah. Submit it, upload it, and then you can say that you'll applied for it.
Okay,
They should be able to give you some lenience, hopefully.
The one only measurement that I would also make sure that you have on the drawing, just so it's easy for us to approve, is it looks like, because of where the cloches are and everything like that, that you're more than 30 inches away from the property line, but just indicate, as long as it's greater than 30 inches, or just indicate what the distance is from the property line to the first ribbon, the ribbon that's closest to it.
okay, okay.
Just so that we can check the box and say, okay, we know that they're not violating.
Right. The Clusia was planted by my neighbor, so
But I think you have more than 30.
You have more than
So
30,
you,
'cause I think
your
you're-
driveway can't be closer than 30 inches to your property line, but it looks like it's well over that. So
I believe
Dave's
so.
just saying, show that so that we don't have to say, oh, we don't know
Okay.
what the setback is, but.
Sure,
the dimension.
sure. Okay. Alrighty, okay, that sounds
If-
good.
If I may add, on the code violation.
Yes.
Right, so, what you need to do is, apply for the driveway permit,
Okay,
and then, so that will sort of satisfy part of the compliance.
okay,
And then if you could send an email to code@peacecampparkfl.gov requesting an extension.
sure,
If you can do that, then
yeah,
that you'd be on the road to comply.
sounds good. Okay, appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, thanks so much.
Hopefully we answered your question.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Have a good night now. That just reminds me. Have a good night. Thank you. There was the house on 119th that had the question about the gravel in the front.
Yeah, they did the whole thing.
You redid it all.
We did it and did the
You
whole.
never
thing.
applied for a permit, nothing. She just came in. and
Oh,
did
she
it.
didn't get a permit. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but I did notice that after this whole discussion about you can have parking, but it can't exceed 40%. No.
Boom, did it all without a permit, just
That's good.
went for it. So anyway, I'm sure you guys are on top of that, right? Yeah, did she open that garage door and make sure that you could look in and see?
Right.
But did she actually confirm that there's actually a parking spot inside that garage door? Did she open the garage door to make sure there's a parking spot inside? Okay, I mean, it's a nice garage door, but who knows what's on the other side of it? You're supposed to open the door to let you look inside. I mean, it's. If we're counting it as a parking spot, you should visually be able to see that there is actually a parking spot. I know that. Yeah, All right. So 7D, so this is, was the old 6S 11935, Northeast Fifth Avenue. Okay, so it's a little confusing, so. Yeah, 11935 is the one we've already met with you guys on and you've already approved. This is actually 11933. They haven't assigned an address to it yet, right? Okay, but so this is the other property of the two that was submitted. We've already approved the one. This is the other, but they just happen to put the same address as the.
This is the lot, the old Sobe lot, that's a lot.
Okay, so because you have to put something in the computer, that's why it says that. So we are looking at, this is the review number one for the second property that we're now considering. And I'm gonna call it 11935 Northeast Fifth Avenue, new development. New construction.
By any chance, do you have what we approved next door? This is a comparison. So they are, that you're putting like two identical homes side by side and. Some of our developer friends, you always like, you just grab that microphone. So that's gets.
The developers right here, but they've been very receptive to the feedback that you've given them and kind of the feedback I've given them to make the properties different.
Okay.
Even though the lots are the same. So the other property is right here.
I see, this is the US.
I ended up moving the whole thing.
No, I mean, that looks great.
The main idea here, the other house is more frontal facing. One of the first things that we decided to do was not have the garage doors face the street, instead having the face inside. So when you come in, you'll basically see that. It'll be it's a modern farmhouse look, and that's gonna be the focal point, and it's complete access all the way through the space, back to the pool house at the end. So there's gonna be a nice transition between driving into the property, getting off your car, getting inside the house, and then walking right through it. You'll be able to see the pool all the way in the back.
What were you thinking on for the roofing material?
Tendency.
Okay, so you just gotta provide your.
I appreciate what you guys pointed out the last time we were here, so I've applied, there's a sheet that has the roof slopes. I have several roof slopes, but I applied the either 24 or 18, I think it is, or 12 or 18.
Yeah.
I applied the appropriate, I can show you the sheet that has it.
Cape Cod kind of deal.
It's really different, yeah.
I think there's another house across the street that has, kind of the gables and everything.
Yeah, it's an old home across the street.
Yeah, so you're kind of paying homage to the house on the block.
Oh, it's a great street with a median center and the oak trees with the mossy stuff on them. It's really nice.
How are we doing on lot coverage?
42. Being 2 stories, we are able to consolidate some of that livable square footage. So this portion is 2 stories, all this is 1 story.
Okay, so our setbacks look fine for your setbacks. Okay, lot coverage is good.
The height on a pool house is.
You'll see it in photos, but everything is below. So that's your first floor. About the same square footage as the other ones too, but a little bit more compressed and 2-story.
Okay. And this is the pool house. Yeah. So,
Non-air conditioning, so it's just gonna be open air.
so none of these are windows. It's just, it's like a.
The only one that's getting windows of just privacy, but it's not air conditioning.
Very cool. Sure you got a good hood on that.
Well, we're doing, the chimney will be the exhaust, so it's gonna be a natural, just like, in this case, we have a gas fireplace, but in this case, the chimney itself will be the one, we'll probably put a exhaust fan just setting it out and it'll be a usable or a functioning chimney when you see it from outside.
I just, advice would be, I've done a lot of outdoor kitchens recently and a lot of people like to do them inside of the open terrace. But you need to put like, almost like a commercial
Yeah.
type of, exhaust on there, because once you get a steak searing in there, it's gonna become a big old cloudy mess in there. So you're gonna have to be able to, I mean, we've had to go back and retrofit on a couple projects, like in commercial grade hoods into, because the clients call up and they're like, we're all smoked out on a Sunday afternoon, we can't stand it. You know, so just be wary of that.
This is railing,
Yes,
looking over that main
yeah,
area.
yeah.
Cool.
And we have like a dormer shape sticking out here so that it could be more usable, because there's gonna be the slopes up above it, but the roof is high enough that it is usable.
The home office.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is frankly, like having a home office situation that's there, and you can see when people are walking your front doors. Bad. His distance here is under the 30 at the line.
Good point. But so, yeah, 10 and then 15. Thanks for remembering our notes. Thanks for remembering the new code. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that.
We haven't thought about it either.
Well, it finally got
But it does,
uploaded.
again, show another example of implementing it, that
Yeah.
it's not the end of the world, you can still make a nice project.
Well, because it got finally uploaded on October 23rd. But, because one of the residents that was near there gave him my number, because he was like, they say that they changed the
But I
code, but
don't
it's
see it
not up
anywhere.
there, so like, what do I need to do? And I was the one that explained the 30-foot thing. But in doing it, I checked Muni code and I was like, oh, it's actually in there now, so like, you can just reference that.
And it was an adjustment that actually, which happens, I have to confess that when we do a design and when we think we're done, code sometimes comes back, and I'll even have to say, like, Board of Architects sometimes helps, like before Gables. Sometimes it makes the better design, and in this case, I was able to, this here, I had design coming in, and I really wasn't so sure about it, but then speaking with you, having to make the adjustment, now it sticks out, and I like it a lot better.
Yeah,
So,
and you're the second person to say that the code, like forcing them to deal with it, improves the design. The other young guys that have.
Yeah, that great house is gonna go up on 119.
it did make for the volume to stick out, and I like it a lot better like that. So this is the rear, the front, and that's the on the axes of it. Kind of force them.
What is this? Is this like a siding
That's gonna be stucco side.
and it just kind of stops here, or am I missing a letter?
The volume takes a turn.
So this line should be a little heavier. So. 'Cause it kind of just stops right here too.
Actually, it should be a little bit heavy. You can see the edge here. you can
Yeah.
see the view. But that's,
And the same thing,
This
the same thing
back
here?
beyond.
Yeah, so it's further back.
I teach drawing, and that could be a layer that's all, because line weights are so important. So this will be the heaviest. This should be more. That's good.
So did you just fail yourself in your own class? Wait, what just said?
I know myself with that layer there.
Okay.
So the pool house has these small openings.
Yeah. Just openings, the size of the same window that that's open, fully open on the opposite side, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, like farmhouse here. Farm, cool. Little chimney on that.
That would be the front of the walls, facing the pool.
Nice, yeah.
So these doors are here, but these are open?
Yeah, doors, I'm putting doors there because I think it needs protection from rain, so it has that, but the openings.
Were we looking at something?
I was just, frankly, this angle was confusing me, but it's basically like a sniper, like flying in the back corner of the backyard.
Hold it a certain way, which is like, you know.
Have to be in the.
Yeah, you'd be in a neighbor's yard, but that's why I was just, in my head, it wasn't reconciling until I looked at it again.
Corner is just cantilevered out.
There's a portion that's cantilever out there, that covers the terrace face coming out of the main bedroom.
You can see it better on that one, Ed.
This one or that one?
Yeah, that one.
No, I see it. All right, the
flare.
theme of it, yeah.
I thought that was like an architect trick that you were doing. I was like looking underneath there. I was like, what is he looking
Just, I
at?
look- all I see is like bright reflection.
Yeah.
So the scoring is here?
Or is it? The scoring, these.
It didn't really show up on the record.
Failing two, now rendering and.
But you know, this is really what matters, what's on paper. So the banding will be done.
Is that what your students say?
Well, that's what I'll say at contract.
Okay.
Contractor can say whatever he wants. If it's not in the drawings, then he's doing it wrong.
Yeah.
The banding is gonna be in the stair tower. It's gonna be in the, pool house in the back on the wall. And it's gonna be in the volume that's in the back here of the story where the main bathroom is in the first floor and then a bedroom is on the second floor.
Did you look at the windows on the second floor that's on the 25 on this wall here?
The height.
Well,
Like
the
type
type
of
of
size.
windows and stuff like that. That's here.
The elevation. So hold on, we're only dealing with a bathroom and two windows here, right? That's a bathroom. These are far enough away.
It's gonna be the longer. Longer. That, I gotta tell you guys, that's horrible. The frosting on the glass.
No,
That's all.
Well, it's not required.
Not a requirement. It's just
One
what's the-
solution to
what is the
a
requirement?
requirement, right?
Yeah, now it's,
Because
still,
this is your bathroom, so these are the bedroom windows, right?
So those overlook the new house that you're building next door.
Yeah.
Could you do something to make those windows a little less?
So the concern there, right, you got second floor windows that are low, right? Looking into your current property, but eventually someone else's property next door. and
With the new pool right
their pool
here.
deck or whatever, so the code is trying to sort of encourage architects, developers to mitigate that sort of invasion of privacy when you're on a second floor looking into someone's backyard.
it's a.
So some people,
Especially your own,
sometimes they frost.
you're
it.
doing the house next
I don't
door.
fix it Either, sometimes they just make these like
Clear story, like-
stories, so they're not so.
like
low,
here?
right? The more for natural light.
Yeah, those are nice.
You need egress. So it's a better.
You need to find a way to solve the egress issue, agreed, so.
This is the first time I've ever heard of this. This is the first time I ever had a situation where even though you're respecting the setback, there's that.
Yeah.
I'll call it sensitivity, but it's hypersensitive to the neighbor. Like, we already have a setback and they already have a setback.
But it's in the code, unfortunately.
No, yeah, it's good, but it's the only time I've ever heard of this.
Just for example, your egress, you could have a window here, right, and you meet your egress requirement, so. There are solutions.
So that's where the bed goes.
The bed doesn't go between these two.
You don't
windows.
benefit doing those windows?
That would have been
I know I have to, but it's.
Yeah, but if the windows are up high, then that gives you space to put a bed underneath.
It's not, yeah.
You understand what we're getting at?
Yeah, no, I-
And it's your project, right? So the idea is that these are higher up, you get natural light, but you don't have view. This can be lower, it looks into your own backyard, you meet your egress requirements. You get a little more illumination because you get two sides of the room have windows, but these really want to be, and I agree, I don't care for the frosting solution, so I would do a clear story, but
So what happens if somebody puts a balcony there?
they can't.
There's no overhang thing, like 3 feet on the side?
We wouldn't
Where?
allow you to have a balcony on the side.
Like, there's lots of people that'll try and put a balcony even back here, and then we block it in.
Exactly what we did. So as they were saying, if someone puts a balcony in the back, we usually have them screen this side in, again, same purpose, same
And
idea.
I mean, you could put a balcony here, but we would say it needs to be, the view needs to be obscured to your neighbor.
Almost
So,
half of residents of
trellis
Biscayne
or
Park are
something, or-
nudist, so, yeah, it's a big situation.
They should be the ones.
Scarlett and I are actually next door neighbors, we deal with this all the time.
So you don't decide what chairperson you do. You have to
Yeah.
look at that and see.
I mean, it's almost a near perfect review.
Yes.
Except can you maybe consider, so, I mean, I would even say, leave this window the way it is. Because they are making an attempt to obscure the view. Now granted, somebody's standing there in that full height window while they're going to the
Yeah,
bathroom.
they might-
This is the bathroom.
Their own
I don't
thing.
wanna have this.
As well, but
You are kind of like sitting here, looking out the window at your neighbor in the pool.
how far are these off the floor? I can't really tell.
I mean, this window could go here in the shower,
Or
or,
at the minimum before you need something to.
Yeah, regardless.
But what they're saying is that we're gonna have to go up the sill, most likely do like an awning so you can still. open it, And then
understand.
go with a larger equal swing.
What-
off of 36.
What a lot of people do if they decide too that they're gonna put that bed on this wall is they'll do one, like a very long, clear story that's like the length of what the bed and the nightstands would be or something.
The elevation, right? Because you've got very
Yeah,
specific elevation. But
And it was a long window that was like high and tall. We could maybe do that there.
It's definitely something we have to. wait
Yeah.
for.
Yeah. It looked nice too, maybe. Maybe some picture of it.
So this one as well, because this one's small, that's higher up.
that one I like, we're so concerned about, because it is smaller and higher. These are just big windows looking right into your neighbor's pool,
And where you're spending.
looking into your own.
Majority of your time in the room, like, these are not spending hanging out in the back.
And just so, I'm trying to understand the intent as well. If this whole wall had been at 15 feet, would the windows have not?
That would
been-
be, so if you were setting that elevation further back, so for example, we don't care about any of these windows. For that reason, you're that much further away from your neighbor.
Well, yeah, that's super.
So-
But if this had moved.
Sure,
back,
if you want, then it becomes subjective, like at what point do we say, well, you're set back additionally beyond what's required, so we're less concerned? That.
The only thing here is a potential buyer, if you have a bed here, like, and you have a window that's at 2 feet 6 or whatever you said height is, then there's potentially a certain degree of exhibitionism too, that it, from this person going that way, the same as that person going that way, if you have your bed oriented this way.
I believe it's side out, we would find out that you see, so.
Is it possible, I know this is, talking preliminarily, but to do one large window with the proper elevation of the window, just across this whole.
I think that's what you mentioned.
Yeah, that's what we've seen other
One
projects,
large, like,
yeah.
But higher up, so
Yeah,
that you're not,
exactly.
it's at a high level.
So it's more like, come in, use the volume of having across the whole wall.
Yeah, that's what we see a lot across the headboard.
Yeah,
They have a upper window.
Yeah.
We'll set it underneath the beam and we'll put it right underneath the tie beam and then just kind of. fit right
What
in.
cardinal direction is that? North? Yeah, yeah.
And then you have your egress here.
Yeah, and then if we got.
Add a window there, which will need by code to be lower, if it's not the right location for it.
But I think other than that, Gage, you were starting to say, but other than that, I don't have anything from a comment or improvement perspective.
Yeah, I think it's a cool looking house.
And thank you for having it be so different than the one next.
Yeah, I love it.
I know.
So,
I hope this one.
I think that one, even though
Yeah.
it's probably not the Miami expectation, but I think that will, because it's not like
Cool.
every other boxy developer project, right?
we're getting some nice
Ugly
variation of
lighthouse.
designs coming in.
So what interests me more is your rate of return on this one versus the next door,
Yeah,
because
well,
that seems like the big pricier, bill, right? So.
There's a lot less concrete though. So, like, don't go so far. The other one is all a whole lot inside the floor, yeah. So there's gonna be story, and there's gonna be a lot of other things. Here it's a lot more trusses, so I'm thinking there's gonna be a little bit of balance coming out.
So do we want to, I mean, this is a very great presentation, is maybe move it to the agenda for the
Yeah.
next time? We don't need to I don't think we need to go to all three of reviews, because you pretty much nailed it almost the entire, on the first. So if we can move this to the second review and actually move it to a voting item with whatever solution you come up with, and we're in agreement of that, then I think we're okay with that. Show window there.
I might just go with something smaller, maybe two of them.
Yeah, I mean, you have this theme going on with those smaller windows.
Yeah, we're good.
Even this, I love this.
I don't have anywhere to be until at least.
Okay. All right. So that was our review. Thank you very much. So we're gonna move this to further review or to, voting for the next. He said he's gonna resubmit it with a few minor things, but we're gonna vote on it next.
What's that one?
Maybe,
January 8th.
if you're ready for us.
Yeah.
You know, if you're ready.
Right, thank you very much.
Yep.
Guys.
Still have most of the meeting to go.
It was a discussion, so there's not.
Oh, sorry.
We all agreed that we'll take it. All right, so let's get. We're not voting.
Is this one any clearer today? This the deck one? 5B? This is one we couldn't tell whether the deck was on the front, back. Whether it was a porch or a deck.
All right, so I have the minutes from,
It's a front porch drawing.
November 20th, 2023
Oh, wait,
meeting.
they did submit revised. Oh, so that one's pretty clear.
I didn't see it. I mean.
Well, there's a sheet that
not even what it
says
But did,
tabled on page 6. So it seems like after page 6, it would be new, but sure, it's any clearer. Little front porch.
Yeah, it says front porch.
what are y'all discussing here? I'm sorry.
We're sorry,
We're on 5B.
we're looking at 5B.
You're in charge of the roll or the other agenda.
We were just getting a head start on.
Five B motion to deny.
Okay, so let's assume it's a front porch. Does it encroach in the setback?
We had that issue.
4-4.
Because the front setback is 36 to the house, 36.5, right?
4 denied.
So are there columns? Oh, yeah, they're in the setback. So
Yeah, that's why we did it.
four.
Because we were gonna give it a pass and then
Yeah, hold on, but let me look at the new. It's full picture. No, the columns are still in the same exact spot.
Approved.
Yeah,
Approved.
that's what I was looking at.
What was this denied? 11910. Denied.
Five feet denied.
Here's, so this is the 868 North 819th Street. Board suggested the residents show proof that 2-car parking is available in the alleyway. The garage may count as a parking space. The permit would be needed for required improvements to the swale area. Only 40% of the swale area may be used for parking. That's exactly what we told her, and she went and did something else.
Not something else, the exact opposite.
Huh?
Or which part? Well, she was here because of a citation for not having a driveway.
And now she got a citation for doing the work without a permit.
Did she, or she's going to?
Well, and she
Now
also,
she got a citation for doing that gravel without a permit.
and the gravel's wrong.
Yeah, yeah. I try to help people.
Anyway, I have a motion, please, for the minutes of November 20th, 2023. They look good.
Approved. Yeah, they look great. Motion to approve.
David Ed, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay.
And we're just waiting until yours is a 3-year-old and nothing will surprise you anymore.
Okay.
Not a thing.
All right, so you guys were just talking about this 5B 1010 Northeast.
Motion to deny because it violates the front setbacks.
Yeah, so they
Didn't do anything.
added more information, but I don't think they understood that this is in violation of the setback, so they didn't
That,
change.
yeah, that's why I made a very specific motion to what the deny is, so that maybe it'll show up.
1010. Let me just look at it really quick. Just to remind myself.
The one that referred to as a
Did-
pergola.
Is this the one with the front porch?
Yes.
We did denying them again?
Looks like it.
They didn't change any of the reason. That's why they aren't violated the front setback.
Because of the post in the front setback, right? Posts are still at 27 feet, 6 inches. Okay, motion by David.
Second.
Ed, say aye, aye. Okay, we're denying them again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they have they're showing a 27.61 setback to the porch but needs. Okay, 5C 11041 Northeast 10th Avenue, Blanco asphalt overlay, existing asphalt driveway.
So they circled that bottom one, same as what this other guy did of like which option they were doing.
Is this the guy with the hair that we've been seeing for like 4 months? I mean, how many times has he been in here on the same driveway? And we signed it on May 15th, 2023. We signed it here. What exactly is he asking for now?
Says revised for drainage concerns. Well, that was in May, though. Revised. Original plan to address drainage and extra asphalt space.
Well, his last.
So he's removing this. Remove existing asphalt with sod or gravel.
The problem is that the last drawing, I mean, it doesn't seem to have a 30-inch side setback. Also, it really can't say sod or gravel. It has to just say sod.
And add asphalt for 3 cars, 24 by 12. Okay, I mean, it could be approved with that addition, I mean. But he's still, the 30-inch, it has to maintain, which we've already approved. Revised from original approved plan to address drainage, add extra 8 by 16. He's like slowly creeping back in all the asphalt. In the right of way. I'm okay with it, I mean, he's still got such a huge piece of property. See it over with.
So motion to.
These are famous last words, because I don't know, with all these revisions, you know what's gonna get built. It's gonna be
It'd be like
another
completely
version
changed.
that we've never.
Like, oh wow, he has 2 basketball courts in front. So motion to approve pending front is only replaced with sod, no surplus gravel.
Yes.
So motion to approve pending front only replaced with sod, no gravel.
Because if he does gravel, that's a whole nother can of worms that he's got to get the borders and all that stuff.
Like, oh, we're gonna replace this part with sod or house.
And a 30-inch setback.
Yeah.
And a 30-inch.
And a
setback.
30-inch setback.
Second,
Second.
Scarlett. Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, there we go. All right, 6A, 510 Northeast 119th Street, GG Property Holdings paver driveway.
You have an open permit right now for redoing your driveway. Because of a code compliance thing, like how long do you have to get it in? Is it like 6 months? Okay. So basically you could open a permit, and not do anything until, you could open a permit now and not do anything until the end of March and you're okay.
Okay, 33%, 29% according to the calculations. Favor on sand driveway pattern to be defined.
You looking at 6A?
I am looking at 510,
Yeah.
AS 1.0.
Yeah, this is that new house. They're flying with this house.
Oh yeah, this is the new one.
There's no proof?
Yeah.
Second.
Okay, Ed Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Carries. Next will be 665 Northeast 120th Street, Mario Montero, roof.
Were you about to die?
What's the type of roof? What does that say? Okay, so shingles. What does this house look like? So this is the little shingle, wood-sided house. Okay. This is the one that's got the new house going up next door to it. Okay, so do we have a letter from an engineer?
In that package? No.
Motion to deny.
Gage, are you doing research on something?
Huh?
Are you doing research on something?
Yeah, I just wanted to read what our new code says about this.
What the new requirements are.
The new requirements, they have to have an engineer's letter. The engineer has to be, hold on. Is this the right? Okay. All right, so according to our new code, this is the first one. The engineer must be a structural license in the state of Florida. Engineer opinion shall be based upon a visual in-person inspection of the structure. The engineer report shall be signed and sealed by the engineer of record and shall include photographs of the structure. An engineer's report must be presented to the planning and design review board by the engineer of record so that the planning and design review board may ask questions of the engineer.
Motion to deny.
Okay, second. David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. The motion to deny is approved.
Please reference to the meeting.
And, yes. Based on our new code 10.4.6. Regarding asphalt shingle, that's our code. So they have to provide a bunch of different,
They don't have
documentation. Okay, so next would be 6C, 707 Northeast 112th Street, Franco Parente, replace damaged fence section.
Like the amount of corner lot applications we get seems to far outnumber the relative proportion of corner lots to the corner lots in the village. If that makes sense, but.
The ratio of corner lot for sale versus not for sale, when I was buying my first house, I was just filtering by lot size. I was like, why is every house corner lot? And my wife's like, this is the lot size that you're picking. I was like, I'm an idiot.
Okay, so,
On the property line, it's a mishmash of wood fence on concrete, low fence.
so somebody contacted me about this one. They, was it you or Pedro that? Because Pedro, I think maybe asked me about it because the fence came down in that storm and they wanted to replace it because of the pool. But and I said, well, they can replace it at their own peril as long as they have to come into compliance of the code. So they wanted to get it done fast. And then I looked it up and I'm like, well, it's on the property line and it's on facing a street.
There's also two different materials. The wood fence sitting on a 3-foot knee wall.
Yeah. Well, that could be like an architectural, I guess, yeah, the same material. Even though it's facing the street, I mean, it wouldn't be an architectural design type of
I
thing.
guess you could try to sell it as that.
I know, but I'm just saying, I mean, it does, the code does say of the same material.
So it's 3 foot.
Contis-
Is he allowed to be 3 feet high on the property line?
Not with a pool. The wall is existing, right? Did the wall come down?
No, I mean, from the pictures, the block wall is fine. But they had the fence kind of propped on top of it. That part to it. Probably why. Anchor top it. Over the seat. So they can't have anything on, what's the rule again? Gotta be at least 3 feet back?
3 feet back at 3 feet high. Or 4 feet high.
And now the thing is, at 3 feet back, that block wall now has to come out because the block wall is on the property.
And look at the setback of that pool. The pool is real
So
close to the roof.
They're repairing, that wall has always been.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they had it that way before, but now they.
So you're allowed to repair your fences without pulling permits if it's like a declared a disaster or like a hurricane, right?
If there's a natural disaster, yeah.
It's a natural disaster. So you have how many days since the natural disaster?
But was it declared?
Well, not that, but the question is if it's, oh, you have 3 months and they're Florida natural disaster.
So if you're looking at the last picture and you look at what is there that's existing, do we want to consider this as a repair? If they just put back what was blown over, not change anything else? Is it still, it's gonna be less than 50% and then it becomes a repair? And then we don't have, it doesn't have to come up into compliance with the newest code. But are they, looks like they're trying to expand, take this opportunity to expand it, right?
Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, they are showing, it seems like a larger area being replaced and fell over.
It's coming all the way towards the front.
It looks like it's just that little section.
Yeah, I'm saying what they're indicating on the plan is all the way to the back property line.
And it looks like it's coming all the way to the front.
They're
I wish they were here.
Yeah, exactly my thought.
We table this and ask them to come in,
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that they're not, in such a rush to close their pool, but.
but I think they might have already done the work. That's the thing. That was the question that the building official had was, can they replace it? And I said, yes, but then they have to come in. They have to understand that the board might deny it and then they've done all that work for nothing. So
Well, not only that, but they are specifically saying that they're only replacing the section that was damaged, but they're not. They're going beyond that in their own.
We can table it, bring them in here to discuss, to tell them it's okay if you only replace a portion, but if you're saying they already replaced it all, then what are we discussing with them?
We're gonna have to deny it right in front of them.
It could be like, oh yeah, no, yeah, that was actually a movie prop, and then take off the new part.
I mean, what is the solution?
I don't know. I mean, the solution would have been great, like you said. They hadn't done it prematurely. We could have worked with them, find a way that it meets all of the compliance, but now if they've actually done it without a permit, they've shot themselves in the foot.
Okay, so this is the letter I got from the code officer on December 5th, or from the, not the code officer, the building official. Good afternoon, Mr. Parente. In view of the reasons you exposed for urgent need of replacing the wood fence at your property destroyed by the last storm, we can allow you to start the wood work on the following conditions. The old fence may or not have been in compliance with current zoning codes. Installing a new fence in the same place where the old one was is not guaranteed to comply. The new replacement fence must be approved by the planning board before we can issue and close your permit application. By replying, I agree to this message, you agree to make any required changes to the fence you build to comply with the planning board requirements, if any, and hold the village harmless for any additional costs you may incur or comply.
Yeah, glad he covered his ass. Now it just leaves us to be the bad guys and the poor tenant, poor residents.
But for some reason, this guy couldn't wait, 2 weeks to come to our next meeting. He had to have this decision like right then and there. So unfortunately.
I motion to table information from the resident.
Motion.
Second.
Ed Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. So all right, next, 6D, 810 Northeast on 19th Street, John Phillips generator installation. So it's on the side, 5 feet from the side property lines, 22.5 feet from the home, 45 feet from the rear property lines. And exhaust is 10 feet from any opening, so looks good to me.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ed Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay. 6F, 967 Northeast 117th Street, new tile roof. Is this a flat roof?
So this is
This new tile roof.
yeah, it's weird. So this is the young guy on the corner on 117th. The young, what's
Yeah,
his
yeah.
name? Raphael.
Yeah.
Is that his name? No, I don't know. But that has no tiled roof. It's all flat roof. I mean, it's all,
967 Northeast 117th Street.
yeah. And even this roof on this diagram is not tiled. They're all low slope, flat roofs. So
That roof already dried in? 967 North.
I don't think that it is actually. That's why
All
there's no.
windows installed and everything, they
Yeah, but
haven't
that's why
dried
there's
in.
no drywall inside, because I walk by it all the time, and the windows, yes, but they don't have a roof yet. But I think it's just an error on the description, because nothing in this package is calling, it's a liquid applied roof system. They're not calling for, all the details are for a flat roof. I think, I don't know where it said, does the application itself say tile? Just typed in all, it says roof permit. No, the application just says roof permit. Rodrigo, that's his name.
For some reason, it says, the thing says new tile roof on our agenda, but it's
Yeah, yeah,
actually.
but not on the
flat roof.
application is what I'm saying.
It's a flat roof. All the product approval calls out flat. let's just cross the word tile off of the.
You approve?
Second,
Okay, Ed, David, all in favor, say aye, aye.
yeah, Raphael. Don't keep it. So, not to open a can of worms, but 8/31, we went into a national disaster 4734-DR for Hurricane Idalia, which expired on September 6th. And you have 90 days. Anybody in the state of Florida can, within 90 days, repair their fence, which would bring it to roughly December 6th.
But were we in the disaster area?
Yeah, it's the whole
Southeast
state of Florida.
But they can repair a fence that was damaged during Idalia, or it doesn't matter? They
You-
have open carte blanche.
The way that it reads is that you have,
Listen, we hope that's the case, right? Bring
Yep.
that next week, tell the guy, use this so that we can
Yeah.
all make this go away.
oh, so the way that it is anyone in the state of Florida, you have within 90 days of the expiration, which if that carries to December 6th and his application was December 4th, and I don't know when that email was, then it's like, you got lucky. But that one, he would still need to not do the addition part.
Okay,
Have to
well,
just be popping back
It
up.
made me nervous. I thought you were telling us that we just went into a national emergency or something.
like just now, I was like.
Got
just
like
now,
a pop up on
Yeah.
your, I
Like,
was like, oh Jesus, what happened?
With all due respect, I think he needs to come up with his solution, not us. To this issue.
my entire career
I think
is
it's-
built
it-
around finding loopholes.
I know, but it's interesting that if there's a natural disaster in the panhandle that I'm in South Florida, I can claim
Yeah.
national, is that correct?
Yeah, I had an issue with my fence over here, and I asked the fence dude, and the guy's like, wait until next hurricane season, and then you can see if you can do this. And I was like, well, I'm trying to build a gate that's new, and he's like, oh, go get a permit. I was like, okay.
Okay, so let's see what he says next time he comes. All right, 971 North 119th Street, Gilly Prisamonte Simon re-roof tile. Grass tile S clay roof tile. And it's kind of, what pictures here? What is it called? Yeah, we're doing 6G. 6F, we just approved. Anybody see a color?
In the very back, it looks like a typical terracotta looking thing, but that might not be for the color. It's just an assembly detail.
Cool, these are made terracotta tiles. They're made in Brazil. Clay roof tile, so I'd imagine it's clay color?
yeah, Paul Clay Worldwide is universally. No, but, I mean, I think that, yes, it's the. I mean, the
I mean-
company is called Terracotta.
Terracotta, yeah.
USA, so I have a feeling that, and it's distributed by Miami Terracotta LLC, so
Motion.
motion to approve.
Okay, David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Carries.
Normally I tell clients, don't make your LLC name so transparent as to exactly what it is that you do for legal reasons, but it's very helpful for us in this case. What is mini marble chip?
One of our options. Marble chips.
All right, next will be 6M 1120103 Northeast 10th Avenue. I already have it that we already approved 6H.
Nope.
No.
Six
That's why,
I.
that's why I just asked that.
And we did 6I earlier in the night, but H, no.
Okay, so I'm sorry, 6H 1102 Northeast 117th Street. Miglietti, driveway approach, maintenance, build concrete border, fill with gravel.
Calculations are fine. They also circled the gravel driveway detail.
Yeah, just, we count this as a coherent driveway material.
Oh, I see what I did. It's like the one below it, it's 1102 also.
Yeah, different street.
Checked off the wrong one. Okay. You guys think it's good?
What's important about $2,500? Does that change their permitting fee? 'Cause they wrote a very they wrote one page and they wrote out by hand, the total cost of construction of the driveway approach maintenance is less than $2,500. It will be $2,400.
Isn't that when you have to file a notice of commencement or not? Because I feel like that
Oh, yeah, it says notice of commencement.
couple last week, they cited that same number, that's why.
Okay, yeah.
Not last week.
Isn't it the same people? Those are the same people from last time.
Oh, okay, well then that's why.
Was it? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we consider it consistent material, right? They've got a flat concrete driveway and then they just want a concrete border with chip.
Yeah.
Motion to approve.
Consistent style.
Second.
David Ed, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
6M.
Okay, now it's 6M, 11200103 Northeast 10th Avenue, Eduardo Chiavari, re-roof flat. Oh, you're very confident.
Yeah.
You actually just set 5 different alarms.
It's like, maybe it'll make them feel a little
Yeah.
pressure to wrap
Yeah.
up.
All right, starting at 8 o'clock, it's going off every 3 minutes.
All right, so it's the small flat roof in the back of the
Flat
house.
roof in the back. Motion,
Motion to approve.
David Ed, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next would be 6N 11205 Northeast 8th Avenue. These are Hanawe and Alicia Geralt, new sliding door.
In the back, we'll do a little addition.
Okay, motion to approve.
Second.
David Ed, all right, Ed David, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, next be I'm sorry, 6T 11945 and 47 Northeast 12th Court, Harris re-roof tile.
Looks like it's colored. Saxony 900.
Looks like it's the entire roof. What was the color again, David?
Slate.
Slate.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Favor say aye. Aye. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Did we cover everything?
Just meeting
Okay, we have
dates
one more.
discussing.
Meeting schedule for 2024.
We gotta plan the whole year tonight.
Oh, didn't. Oh, did I didn't, this is the first time I saw this. So the 8th and the 22nd, okay, the 5th, so that'll be 2 weeks after the 22nd, 5th and the 20th, Tuesday, I'm fine with that.
So I'm sorry, January 8th, January
22nd.
2nd.
Did you guys get this piece of paper?
Well, it is in the Dropbox.
Oh, it is? Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize it was.
March 4th, which would be the 1st, 2nd, March 18th, April 8th, which is why are we not doing it on April 1st?
It's April Fool's Day.
And
It's not legally binding.
Anything we vote on, maybe we were just joking.
Is there a reason anybody would know? It's April 1st is actually the first Monday of the month. So we're usually the first and third Monday of the month. Okay. Because if what'll happen is we end up with having 3 weeks between.
Gage Bergen.
He's not hearing anything.
I hear.
Out of the room.
What?
He's been in Puerto Rico for 4 days mentally.
So April first is actually the first. So it would be the first and the 15th. April Fool's Day. And the 15th is not a holiday. Oh, you know what? It's called April 1st is Easter Monday. Is that a Easter Sunday is on, is there a national holiday for Easter?
No.
Since Easter, no? Okay. It just says on my calendar, Easter Monday. May 6th and 20th, that's fine. June 3rd and 17th. Yep. July 8th and 22nd. 5th and 9th. September 2nd, I think is Labor Day. Okay, so the 9th. 23rd. 7th and 23rd. 4th. When's election day? Next day. 4th and the 18th.
Why are we doing December 9th instead of the second?
And December.
Yeah, I don't just think December, I mean, frankly,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be here December.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It should be 2nd and 17th.
So we should
Or
do the 12th. So this should be the
15th.
2nd.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there actually has the holidays in. The 2nd and the 16th. So these are the approved dates. Okay, so our next meeting will be January 8th and then January 22nd. Any further business? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Are you going to PR?
PR, yeah, go down on,
Where are you? I'm gonna be in PR for the holidays.
my Vieques, I'll be on Vieques.
Be in.
Oh, so can I get a motion to adjourn?
Adjourn.
Okay.
It sounds like you have a
Hey,
babysitter.
David, 8:28, we are adjourned.
In Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Oh.